Hi. Check my. I hope everyone had a good week. I feel like last week's video, I really rushed it and I didn't have much time to talk. I even got my selfie stick this time, so you don't have to see my arm. Trying to pay attention to traffic too. I'm still getting used to all of this. It still feels really uncomfortable and cringy, so I hope you're just gonna bear with me as we go through this transition and learning how to do all of it. I just hope that you all have had a great week. And today I really just want to talk about some of the changes that I've made over the years. So for my first walk and talk, I talked about my fitness journey and how I got to the point where I'm at now. And I just wanted to continue on that. And one of the things that I have to mention is that I am not a medical care provider or professional. So anything, before you start anything, be sure to seek out the advice and consultation of a professional. I don't want anyone to get hurt or do things that are unhealthy for them individually. So I just wanted to clarify that. If you have underlying health conditions, please seek proper medical advice. I just wanted to share. That's awkward. Make sure nobody's coming behind. Nope. Cut that out maybe. But yeah, seek medical providers. Like I know it's hard, especially in the current landscape of American healthcare, but if you have the means, please seek help. I just wanted to share the things that I've done slowly over the years, and just the reminder that you don't, in my landlock, I'm landlocked here, but you do not course correct quickly. Like, what is it, how do you turn a ship 1 degree at a time? How do you make lifestyle changes 1 change at a time? The reason why a lot of people end up failing with sustainable long-term health care and health journey changes is they try to do too much too quickly. They try to change everything all at once rather than doing small little chunks. So something as small as, I'm going to go to bed earlier. There's one. Once that's a habit, I'm going to get up earlier. Once that's a habit, I'm going to add in a 10-minute walk. Once that's a habit, you can add time to it. And when you're feeling ready, add more to it. These are all things that I've done over the last 5 years to get to where I'm at. They were not quick changes. So if you're feeling discouraged, you're feeling like, oh, I can't do this, I fail every time, maybe you're trying to do too much too quickly. And you might have to start smaller than what you really want to. So for me, again, it was just walking for 10 minutes on the treadmill every day till that was easy, then adding in another 5 minutes until I have gotten to the point where, okay, I think I can start running again. But that took months, if not years, to really make that a sustainable part of my routine. And my kids got older, I had more space, I could trust them alone a little bit more, and that always helped too. So yeah, just remember, it's okay if you have to start smaller and build yourself up, and just be prepared that it's going to take a lot longer than you think. This is why I say if you're needing to make drastic changes in a short amount of time, you're probably seeking healthcare providers. They will be able to guide you through that in a sustainable way, in a healthy way. Other things that I like to do is set timers to make habits. So I like to, if there's things I don't want to do, I'll set like a 10-minute timer. In 10 minutes, I can have a break. If I'm still feeling motivated at that point, I can keep going for another 10 minutes and see how I feel then. So it's just those little things that really can set you up for success. We know all of these things. We've hopefully learned them from our years as students, and we just forget them as we get to be adults, because then we can make our own decisions. But it's one of those things where it's like, oh, those things still do really work when you implement them. And I gotta say, like, this last week, it's been a week since I've done a workout, and that's because life was lifing for me. I had a planned trip to visit my girlfriend over the weekend, and like my best friend from college, we had a planned trip for me to go visit her before the craziness of fall sports started. Well, where she lives, it's not very conducive to going for a run. There's no sidewalks, no street lights, very hilly. And so it's like, I'm not going to be able to do a workout while I'm here. So it's been about a week now since I've done a run. But instead of just going for a run today, I'm going for a walk. You know, it's making those shifts, so I'm still working out, even if it isn't the way I'd prefer. And sometimes we just have to make those adjustments to keep ourselves moving, to keep ourselves going. And I hope that you enjoy these and you feel like I'm walking with you and we're chatting, because it is fun to have like a nice chatty walk with a friend. Oh, hang on. And on top of it being a week since my last workout, I'm also working out later than I normally would for this. So I knew a run at this time, it's like 10 in the morning, and I knew that a walk really at this time wasn't going to be a smart choice. It's already gotten hot and humid. I just wanted to get moving. I wanted to move my body after this last week. And it's just those little things where it's changing. And do I really want to be out here? Honestly, no. And that's okay. There's things where I know mentally I don't want to do it, but I know, and physically I don't want to do it, but I know that my mental health and my physical health and my body will feel better after I've done it, even though I don't want to be out here. So it's just remembering you are capable of doing small things. You are capable of starting with 5 minutes. You're never going to see the results unless you get started with those 5 minutes. If you do 5-10 minutes of walking, you're better off than you were if you hadn't done it. Even though it feels minute and like not worth it, it really is. Because eventually it will be 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour that you're able to go out and be active and fit. And I really want to encourage everyone that, yes, I know I had a good base for physical fitness, even though I wasn't working out. The term that I discovered that best described where I was is skinny fat. Yes, I looked skinny, but I was not fit. I was not in shape. Walking was hard, and people accepted it because I looked skinny. And that's just one of those things where it's frustrating because I knew where I was. And so I just really want you to understand that, like, even if you may not look fit like a CrossFit girly or any of these, fitness influencers, there's a lot of people that look like they're healthy and do nothing versus someone who's gone out for a 10-minute walk, and you would never think that that's what they would do. You're better off than the person who looks skinny but does nothing, because your heart and your mind and your body are doing better. And I just really want to encourage us that it's worth it to keep going. It feels good. It feels right. It feels proactive. And you know, there's tons of, if it's not possible for you to go out for a walk or have access to a treadmill, there are plenty of short, like 5 to 15 minute workout videos on YouTube. Do what you can. Build up to doing the whole thing if you can't make it more than 5 minutes. But just start slow, do what you can, repeat. And eventually it will be easier. Eventually you will make progress. And that's just the thing. We're not going to see major results with that amount put in quickly. But over the course of time, if you're putting in the work, you will see slight changes over the course of time. And even if you don't, you're still moving your body. You're still trying. And that's more than a lot of people can say. I think that's all I have. Just remember, like I said a little bit ago, you don't change overnight. You steer a ship, you change course 1 degree at a time. And you are capable. We are all capable of making changes that are necessary. And that's where we're going to end it. And I hope you have a great week, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye.